being here. Start with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. Great timing, Nancy. Okay, welcome to the Elk County Salary Board meeting of October 2nd, 2025. Housekeeping note, this meeting is being recorded. We'll start with introductions.
Moore, IT Director.
Nancy Baker, Elk County Children and Youth Director.
Marilyn Seco, the Courier Express and the Daily Press.
Matt Fry, Elk County Treasurer.
Rick Brown, Solicitor. Rick Bauer, Commissioner.
Fritz Slucker, Commissioner.
Good morning, Matt Quisenberry, Commissioner.
Pat Straub, Elk County Chief Clerk.
Emily Anders, Office Administrator.
Thank you. We have a short meeting today. We have an agenda before us. Look for approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, sorry.
So moved. That's okay. So moved is great. We have a motion and a second. Thank you, Mr. Treasurer. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. We also had a chance to review the minutes of the July 10th regular salary board meeting. Any questions or comments on those? And also the July 24th, 2025 special salary board meeting. Any questions, comments on those?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes as prepared for the July 10th, 2025 and July 24th, 2025 salary board.
Thank you, commissioners. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We have no old business. Under new business number 1, we have a request from our Children and Youth Services Department for an on-call pay increase for caseworkers and caseworker supervisor to $500 per week effective September 28th, 2025. Mr. Chief Clerk or
I'll let Nancy go with us.
Nancy Baker, the
Good
floor is
morning.
yours.
Good morning. I apologize, I'm a little out of breath, just ran from courthouse. So I apologize. We are asking for an increase for caseworkers and for supervisors for on-call. Elk County Children and Youth is a 24/7 operation, and we are called out in the middle of the night, holidays. You need to stay within the county when you're on call, so the demand of the job is certainly outside of not only for our duties 8:30 to 4, but around the clock. And that could be taking custody of children, attending to really bad situations at 2 o'clock in the morning, like this past weekend. So it happens often. And as a result, caseworkers and supervisors are on call and can't leave the county. We're certainly missing times with their families. Yes, it's part of the job, but I think they should also be compensated for that time. These jobs, these homes that they're going to there's other typical on-call duties within other departments where they know where they're going on call. Caseworkers and children don't know that. We're going to strangers' homes. Sometimes we need police assistance, sometimes we don't. It varies. We do an on-call log that's submitted every month to the Board of Commissioners, so that shows them how often we're getting called out, whether it's a phone call, whether we're having to take custody, whether that might entail. So we are asking for an increase. That increase, the county match, there is a 80% is the state pays, and then 20% of our salaries and benefits is paid by the county. The county would be, for the caseworker increase, would be $2,600. That's for a year, so I apologize. I don't have my notes prorated for the year 25-26. Would be minus 3 months because it would be implemented 10/1, but to make it a little bit easier, the request would be starting it on 9/28 because it's a pay period. And then the supervisors, the county match would be $5,200 for a year. So it would be less than those amounts. That would be a full year, I guess. Trying to save it so usually it's just not coming. You're doing great. So if any questions from treasurer or press, commissioners, Chief Clerk.
It's noteworthy that this is also a requirement, just like commissioners meeting, we had that attorney. She is required under the state CYS guidelines, correct?
Correct.
To have a caseworker on call and supervisor on call at all times. That can respond to any type of events. And what do they get them, 250?
Correct.
I think it's been 250 for
It has, and we tried going back, it's been at least since, I've been director since 2012. I think I asked for an increase once I became director, not 12, oh, sorry. It is, yes, 2000.
And being on call, I mean, we do relatively well with employee retention. Being on call is one aspect of the job that maybe isn't so popular with some of the folks. This probably relieves some of that pressure. I have looked at other on-call rates for other counties and it's very comparable. And again, it hasn't been raised in a long time. Folks are on call in the middle of the night. They get called out to bad situations.
And we're short-staffed, and not to interrupt, Chief
Right.
Clerk, we are short-staffed, so we have caseworkers. When we're full staff, they're only on call once every 2 months. But because we're short-staffed, it's once a month right now. So that definitely impacts, and that's same with the supervisors and myself. So my Thanksgivings, my Christmases, just kind of the way the rotation is, it is what it is. One other thing I'd like to add is these aren't families. I've been with this agency for 22 years. And our families aren't the same. I think you could probably see this with jail populations. Our families aren't the same families we were really dealing with back in 2002 when I started. They're way more complex. We had a lot of in-home services at times, and unfortunately, we've had to involve the courts a lot more frequently because of just the increase, the amount of abuse, the depths of the abuse. So I'd say 99% of all of our cases that we're dealing with now are all court reviewed. So it is definitely taking a toll.
So our CYS department has been called on to deal with severe cultural changes. Is that safe to say? They've had to adapt. They do a tremendous job. That is a tough job. And Nancy is our director. She guides her department with grace and skill and compassion. And we are really grateful to you, Nancy, for what you do up there.
Thank you.
Don't cry, because I will do that.
I have good staff, and
It's a tough thing.
it is a tough job, and
Tough thing.
so
May I make up one other comment?
Yep.
The other thing I think in our discussions that I learned is that you're not just asking these folks to come in and check a box and go home. That once they're committed, when they're on call and they arrive at the scene, they're gonna be there for some month at a time while they figure out all that's going on.
correct, and can't leave situation until the safety has been assured of that child. So that could be the safety, the child might have to go somewhere. That's certainly our last option. The perpetrator, there's times when I have to call the judge because we don't get any kind of resolution. That's certainly our last option. We don't want that.
So there's a lot of critical judgment and other things on the spot that they have to navigate while they're doing this
Correct.
in the moment. So it's
Correct.
quite an undertaking.
Did I understand that right, that it's been 13 years since on-call has had a raise? Since 2012?
Or it might have been 12 years, but it's been a long period of time, correct?
Okay,
Because I think I've only been director. Maybe 12, like 11, 12 years for an increase. It's been over a decade since an
I
increase.
can put it that way.
We'll just make it easy, a little bit easier in that regard. Sorry for the lack of details for that.
And again, the county portion of that $500 is only 20%. So.
Would be state funded, and the state has approved this as well. So it'd be state funded.
Yeah, and just a FYI that when you do have to have employees on call and you are restricting them as they are restricted here, you must compensate them. So it's also not like a little perk, it's something we have to do, we have to compensate our on-call restricted.
And we are restricting they have to be able to respond to an incident within a certain amount of time, whether that's the emergency room, so they have to stay within the county. So it definitely impacts everyone's life.
Think of how difficult it is to read the accounts, of what we know in the newspaper, how hard that is. And imagine being those sort of first responders on the scene like that. So, shout out to the folks too.
Thank you.
What was there?
I'll make sure I pass that on if approved. I appreciate
I look for a motion to approve this increase from $250, $500. So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. So,
Thank you very much.
good job, Nancy. Salary board. Any other questions from the press?
That's all.
Comments from taxpayers? For a motion to adjourn or? I'll make a motion to adjourn. The next meeting will be in 2026. We haven't established our regular meeting dates for salary board yet, so we'll be doing that. Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
That was good timing. I had a